Hi guys, and welcome back to another weekly review on StocksFC. Now, this week's been a little bit more of an interesting week, maybe for the negative reasons. ETH's dropped quite a little bit. Obviously, it's way up compared to when the majority of the user base has joined. So, most people got in at 1,500. Now it's up at 2,400. So it still seems really high to me. But obviously, it was up at 2,765 at the start of the week. So a little bit of a drop across the board. But on the whole, the platform sort of held up all right. Jose Sarr, Christie and Van der Heck are the new IPO players. It got quite a bit of a backlash in the Discord, these three players. I thought it was a little bit harsh. Sarr's a good goalie. I don't know if I don't know something, because it seemed like everyone was really thought he was a bad IPO, but he's a solid goalie for Wolves, and yeah, I think that's quite a big player, to be honest, in terms of for the category. For the goalkeepers, I think that's a pretty decent one to have. Christie, I understand, is a little bit rubbish, but he's at the Euros for Scotland, and at the moment he's starting for Bournemouth, so I think it makes sense. Also, he's a cheap price, so happy days. And Van Heck's a 23-year-old. He plays for Brighton. So, for me, I don't think it's a terrible bunch. And obviously, lesser players end up with lower supplies, and lower supplies end up bigger returns. And people, at the moment, everyone sort of still overlooks the worst players, even though I actually think they're probably better to invest in than the big boys at this stage of the platform. And maybe even they are when the platform's fully done, we've got every player in the Prem who starts, basically. I still think there's incredible value on these small market cap players who are, people don't want to hold, because it's just the way the platform works. Even with like a Starman being added and stuff. But yeah, let's go into it. So like I said, I think he's a decent goalie. Christie, he's going to get key passes, and Van der Heck, he's at that age for Brighton that you've got longevity in him. So they're those IPOs. Now let's go through the players that got added onto the platform. So start with Zuma. Zuma, I knew was going to be undersold, because once again, in the Discord, if you're not in the Discord, get in the Discord. Everyone was talking about how they didn't want him because he kicks cats. And for me, I saw that as an opportunity of, well, if quite a few people don't want him, then the chance that his supply is going to be low. 2,277, that is a great supply. So I picked up like 3% of him for like not much at all. Absolute no-brainer. For me, I know centre-backs aren't particularly great in the Matrix, but he is a goal-scoring defender. He's a big unit. He plays for West Ham. They are a set-piece dominant team. And he scores goals. They've got Ward-Prowse whipping in the balls. Zuma gets his fair share of goals. West Ham are a top 10 team. So for me, at that market cap, it's a no-brainer. Like I know he doesn't get key passes or assists particularly, but he's a big boy. He's got every chance of getting into Team of the Week when you don't want him to. So it's sort of like an underdog bet sort of thing into him. But yeah, for me, absolute great supply. Undersold because people don't like him. So happy days on that one. Jensen, 7,826. I thought he was going to sell about 5,500. And even, through the IPO, sort of with 24 hours left, I thought that would be where it'd end up. He didn't. He went quite a bit higher. So I thought sales on him was pretty good. He's going to be at the Euros. But yeah, I think that's pretty good sales. I only picked up 30 of him. Wasn't that interested, just picked him up because. And then Joe Gomez, we picked up a few of him. Once again, another low market cap. I know he hasn't scored a career goal, but the chances are he's going to get one eventually. Plays for Liverpool. And just you've got every chance when you're playing for a dominant team. Especially as he does sometimes play on fullback. So there's chance he gets key passes occasionally. And when he does, if it's a game they get a clean sheet in and a team win, you may be looking at a team of the week win. So, yeah, Joe Gomez, once again, happy with that. Picked up 30, so close to, what is that? About 0.8%. So happy days there. And now let's look at the team of the week this week. So I got 9 out of 10. No, 9 out of 11, sorry. I don't know why I said 10. I didn't hold Leno and I don't hold Kevin De Bruyne. But everyone else, so most people didn't do very well because it is a bit of a, Charles the centre-back, people don't like him. Digne, he was an early IPO, and if you missed him, it also sort of second choice to Moreno in a way. There was rotation at least there, so people haven't got him. Anthony Robinson, quite a few people have got on. Pereira, quite a few people have got on. But because he got so many key passes, people are a bit worried of him overselling at the IPO, like I was, so I didn't pick up as many as what I would have liked. Kovacic, once again, just people, because he doesn't score many goals, people don't think he can win Team of the Week, but big return there, so I was very happy with my Kovacic return. Eze, some people just got bored of him because he hasn't returned, but Eze, once again, being a great hold. Kevin De Bruyne doing what Kevin De Bruyne does. I was hoping someone could overtake him so I could get, because I basically got everyone on the platform, but Kevin De Bruyne was one of those players, he was either second or third on the total on the market caps, and I was like, nah, he should not be second or third most expensive player with the risk that he holds as well, or at least that I think he holds. So I moved him on, and then the strike forwards, Gordon, Isaac, loved that, got a decent out of both of them. And then Jackson, who's only just come on the platform, gets his goal. It seems to be what happens with these IPOs. Alex picks them and then they all of a sudden start doing well. So, yeah, nice little return for people who newly own. I was actually hoping that Watkins would have held on. That would have been a little bit better. But do you know what? I was happy enough that Isaac made it with a 78. Yeah, and then we're going to quickly look at the Team of the Month standings. So, Team of the Month standings. Ollie Watkins, good little start for him. Pretty clear of the fourth place, which is, Diaz, down at 135. We'll see what Liverpool do on Thursday, whether they're likely to get European games to continue or not. But Watkins in a really strong position for Team of the Month, as is Isaac, to be fair. Gordon as well, brilliant start from him. And then Kevin De Bruyne, doing what Kevin De Bruyne does, gets those points. Yeah, I definitely want to hold him. Probably look to get into him at the start of the new season if it looks like he is staying. But then again, I am sort of one of those that is concerned about the Man City charges. So we'll see. Bruno Guimaraes, surprisingly for me at least, another 159 so far, halfway through the month. Pereira's done brilliantly so far. He's also up there. So if he gets that, what's that? Is that 2 Team of the Week wins and almost a Team of the Month already? Or did he not get in? I can't remember if he got Team of the Week in his first week or not, but he got a load of key passes. I think he did. Kovacic, which would be a surprise. I don't see him holding just down to rotation, but it's a good start. Phil Foden, probably going to get himself into the Team of the Month, I think. Might have to pick some Fodens up. Team of the Month is getting interesting now. Now that it's a decent reward pot, it's going to be a bit more of a predictable. It's going to be a lot more predictable than Team of the Week. And when you don't hold the big boys in Kevin De Bruyne and Phil Foden, actually I do have 25 Phil Foden that picked up on the bid side today. But yeah, make me wonder around my strategy a little bit there. Shaw, 145 points, which is really good for a defender. He's actually... So, Dan Burn's then 4th, 95. So he's got quite a lead on Dan Burn. And obviously, playing for Newcastle, they're very likely to score very similar scores. So, you probably have to look lower than that as a threat. So next would be Gabriel, who could sort of go up there along with, Ben White's in there, Zinchenko, the Arsenal boys. Also likely to get into Team of the Month. But yeah, that's how it's looking so far. Enjoying how it's progressing. Yeah, so that's basically everything, guys. If you have enjoyed it, leave a like. And yeah, thanks for watching. See ya.